Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mediak Podcast, episode 12?
12, I think.
Yeah, that seems right. It's fine. Well, I think we should just hop into straight some of the movie news that's happened in the last week-ish, and then we could go into our normal stuff. You see that the actor for the Metal Gear Solid movie got, like, confirmed?
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
even know there
Oscar
was a.
Isaac. Oscar Isaac is playing Snake.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah. You know who Oscar Isaac is, right?
I think so.
He's
It sounds
Poe in
familiar.
Star Wars. Like the most recent Star Wars trilogy, he plays Poe, the pilot guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's gonna be him.
Yeah, it's gonna be him.
Interesting.
I'm
Okay.
excited. I think he's gonna do okay. He's a good actor. He like. I feel like the Star Wars movies kind of not ruined him, but they underused him. Like he could have been better,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
which is fine. He was also X-Men Apocalypse in the movie X-Men Apocalypse.
Well, yeah.
Did you see that one?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, understandable. I wouldn't if I were you.
Oh, okay.
It's not all that great, but it's okay enough. I'm so tired right now. I went to bed at
Yeah,
5:30.
we're doing this one quite early.
Yeah, 10 o'clock is really early. It's crazy.
Yeah, surprisingly.
No, I mean usually I'd be up for a couple hours, but I went to bed at 5, so I probably shouldn't be up for a couple hours.
Yeah,
I'm very
that
tired.
one's a little more rough.
I'm just so excited for the nap after this episode. It's gonna be wonderful.
Most wonderful.
Most wonderful. I'm gonna go into a hibernation for at least a couple weeks.
Our Spotify Wrapped for our fucking thing is just so funny.
What?
For the podcast, our Spotify Wrapped is hilarious because it's just like it didn't give us any facts. It was just like you recorded for a total of 300 minutes. Uh, Share this with your friends. Like, okay,
Want to hear something kind of funny?
tell me something kind of fun.
Over the last week, not a singular person has viewed the moon episode.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Wait,
Which is kind of
did
weird.
that also happen on Spotify?
Well, it's just on. I was just looking on or Anchor.
Oh, like even on Anchor, not a single. I was talking about on YouTube side of things. Not a singular person looked at it.
No, not one.
That's
Which is
so.
kind of weird that it's combined. No one has seen it.
That is super weird. I
Yeah, a
uploaded
little.
the another gaming video to our channel. We have one view on that one. That's a big poggers, but I'm pretty sure it's me. I always watched
That is kind of weird. Conspiracy theory. Nobody wants to.
the government shutting us down because we're speaking the truth.
Oh, we can blame Chris.
We can blame
Total
Chris.
false man.
Yeah, Chris wasn't in either of those videos, so it's his fault.
What? He wasn't in the moon one?
He was not in the moon one, remember?
Oh. Oh, yeah, because he told us. Yeah, because he was like, we should watch it, and then.
He just was like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Cool. Chris is our Chris is the reason why people come to Mediac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris is the man attraction.
He is the man attraction. He is the man.
The man.
The man. Any
I
other
still want
movie
to know
news
why
you
he
got?
watched it for class.
I still want to know that too. I'm just waiting for him to come back one of these days so I could talk to him about FNAF. It's been 3 weeks.
It has been 3 weeks.
Oh, that makes me sad. That makes me so sad. I just want to know. I watched all those videos for nothing.
For nothing.
Nothing. It's big sad. You hear anything about the movie Freaky? It's supposed to come out today or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have not heard anything about that.
Really? It's like
Yeah.
you know that one movie where isn't it? I think it's called Freaky Friday, where the girl and the mom switch bodies.
Yeah.
It's like that where a girl is about to get killed by a serial killer, and then they switch bodies. So now the serial killer's in the girl body, and the girl's in the serial killer's body. It's like a cool concept, but I don't think I'm gonna waste my money and watch it.
No, I'm not gonna really see anything in movie theaters. honestly.
It's not in theaters anyway, so
Oh, it's not in theaters?
no.
Oh.
It's getting straight released to something. I don't know.
I think YouTube.
It's going to
And
YouTube? I
Prime.
don't. The Godfather 4 could still happen. I hope it doesn't.
Yeah, no. I really hope it doesn't.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
It's too late.
Yeah. I mean, you'd think that about Matrix 4 too, but that's happening.
That one's different though. I don't know.
I'm still also very unexcited for that one, but you know what?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, there's been so many Matrixes that it's like,
there's only been
and none
three.
of them are really, except the first one is like really like that good. So it's like,
Yeah, I
I'm
never
okay with
understood
it
that.
now.
Whenever I watched those movies, everyone was like, "You got to watch the Matrix trilogy. They're fucking so good." And then I watched them and I was like, "Man, they're quite boring." I don't know
Kinda.
I don't know why everyone likes this
You're
so
pretty
much.
glum.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
That's just
I
how it
mean,
is.
like all of the Godfathers are pretty good. So if they would make a fourth, it feel like it would kind of ruin everything. But like if they made another Matrix, when they make
I don't
another
think it would ever ruin
Matrix,
ever anything because you could just pretend like that movie doesn't exist and only
right?
watch the first three.
Yeah, you could, and just I would have a hard time just knowing that it's there.
No, I understand what you mean. Like it's really petty, but like yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
Big Mouth
I'd just
season
rather
4
than
came out
not.
and I have not seen it yet. And I don't even know if I'm going to.
Which one?
Big Mouth season 4.
Oh yeah, I probably won't.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. I didn't like season 3 all that much, and season 2 was kind of even worse than season 3. I'm just like, eh. You know what? It's the same thing with Mandalorian. Mandalorian is way better, but like it feels like a chore. Like
Yeah,
if I'm not gonna watch Mandalorian, there's no chance in hell I'm gonna watch Big Mouth. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty fair.
Uh, I'm excited. I do. I'm still so excited for Spider-Man 3 that's coming out in the next couple of years because I want to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield return as Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, just one more.
Yeah, one more. A singular Spider-Man. They both play the same Spider-Man. They like switch out interchangeably, but like
Yeah, just every once in a while.
yeah, but no one in the universe makes a comment about it. They just act like it's super normal. I mean, they just like the audience gets confused. I choose to believe that's how they're gonna go forward with this movie.
Oh yeah, I hope they do.
I honestly, I really hope that's what they do because I think that's fucking hilarious.
Hmm?
That was a weird laugh. Please never do that again.
I'll do it so many more times.
So many more times. I mean,
Yeah.
the hard part's gonna be getting me to make you laugh because I'm just not funny.
Yikes.
Self burn. We love to see this. All right, get into Iron Man.
Sure.
Iron Man. The first Marvel movie, one of the best Marvel movies in my opinion. Up until Infinity War and Endgame, it was number one.
Oh like, yeah, I remember that. That was like the big thing.
What? No, I'm talking about for me. I'm saying this is my favorite.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought Iron Man was like the biggest movie.
No, it was Black Panther.
Oh,
for
really?
some reason, but we'll talk about that whenever we get to there.
Oh,
okay.
No, I thought it was Iron Man.
No, Black Panther sold the most. It was 1 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really thought it was Iron Man. Oops.
No. Black Panther is the most overrated movie, probably of all time.
I can't really remember it. I remember enjoying it in movies.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed it, but then whenever I would come home and I would read reviews on it, people were literally talking how it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. But I'm just like, it's just another Marvel movie, and like at this point, it was fucking maybe the 10th time we've seen the same exact thing where the hero goes into some trouble and then fights the exact same thing as him but darker.
Yeah.
And it's like I did not need to see that again. Like in this movie, it was different. I give it a pass in Iron Man because this was the first one. Like this is the first time we saw a superhero go in and fight against the exact same version of him, but like a different color. Which after this movie happens in literally every Marvel movie where it's not a collab.
Yeah, they follow a pretty strict formula.
Yeah, and we're gonna see that a lot. And I feel like by the time we get to Black Panther, like I there's some okay. I don't know why am I talking about Black Panther. We will literally get to that whenever we get to that in just like maybe a year or two. Okay, so like we'll talk about that then. I don't know why I was going on that rant. I could literally rant about so many different shit that people are annoyed by, but you know what? It's whatever. I really hope I don't get flack for that. I mean, he's gonna be watching anyway.
Fair.
Yeah. Um. Oh, okay. I was looking at my notes and I literally couldn't translate what like I was fucking writing. I literally it was confusing for me because I said one of the best openings in Marvel, and I now realize like the opening scene, which is really fucking good. I love that shit.
Oh, what was the opening scene again?
Where they're driving in the Jeep and then the Jeep explodes.
Oh yeah, and then the bomb comes and it's one of his bombs.
Yeah, I think it's funny how when that he like Tony's in the car, okay, the soldier turns back, screams at him, like stay in here or something like that, and then the car just gets riddled with bullets and none of them
Oh
hit
yeah.
Tony. There's like literally 1,000 bullets going into that car and not a singular one hits Tony. It makes sense. It's really
Yeah.
funny to me.
Yeah. Plot armor men.
Yeah, honestly, it's crazy, especially since he literally gets blown up a minute later.
Yeah.
We love to see that.
I don't really do too much.
I also like how Tony, like at the beginning of the movie before he gets kidnapped, is kind of like a bad guy that turns good. Like he has
Yeah,
no really
like you're not
redeemable
supposed to like him,
qualities.
like him.
Yeah, yeah, and I like that. I think it's cool because it was showing some sort of character development over him. Like dude, like he never was like a bad guy like at heart. Because like if you look at whenever he was talking to Jensen when he first got in there, he wasn't a bad guy. But like the fact that he had to go through that shit kind of changed him into someone good. And
Yeah.
you can tell that in the like dancing scene where that one reporter came up to him and asked him about the pictures and shit like that. They said the same town that Jensen used to live in, and that kind of like threw him off his game and kind of made him freak out a little bit. And I thought that was a really cool detail I enjoyed.
Yeah. Like Iron Man gets some like character development that we don't really get a lot, and then like later Marvel movies that we said follow the same formula.
Yeah, I mean, the original few guys just have like the best like arcs, I guess. And I see stuff people. Oh my god, I'm fucking tired. My stutter's getting onto another level of terrible. We love to see that. But people are like mad that they quote unquote ruined Thor and Endgame. But like they got to think of it like this, okay? Endgame acts as like the end of the season like Marvel season 1, that's the end of it. And Thor's character arc isn't done and it's going to go through into season 2. Like he's about halfway done through his character arc, which sounds kind of crazy because he's been in so many movies.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't know why I mentioned that now whenever Endgame is so long away, but it's okay. I think it's really cool how he gets the idea for the reactor when he's being like held underwater and trying to be drowned. Like, did you notice that whenever they shoved his head underwater, they had like a bunch of flashes of like pictures, and one of them was the arc reactor.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool. It's a little nice detail. And I also
Yeah,
like how
there's a lot of those in this one. Like I said, that don't really, not necessarily don't follow. I'm sure these patterns or like kind of cool little details happen
yeah,
in many of the other movies, but
because like
it's
not
not as
after
much.
not like after I don't like I can't say that though because like it's not all of them that don't have cool details. It's just sometimes there's some that are just like
Yeah, too
not.
formulaic.
Yeah, like again I say Black Panther and like Captain Marvel and damn it, what was it? Thor: The Dark World is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
that one has no details. That one's kind of just like garbage. But again, we will cross that bridge whenever we get to it. Ugh. I love how the director of the movie made himself the bodyguard. I think that's kind of funny. And I do love how well they fucking connect with the other films because they knew that they were gonna try to make a couple movies off of this, but they never thought that it was gonna get as big as it actually did. But they still like
Oh
tried
yeah.
with that shit, like having Coulson in there at the beginning and having Nick Fury at the end. We love seeing that. Like I don't know. It's really cool to see how Marvel has advanced so far by being a somewhat unrealistic guy in an armored suit fighting against stuff to literally fucking fighting aliens and shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like
how,
nobody would have guessed from
like,
Iron Man
yeah, exactly.
where it would go.
From 2008 2012, like even that small gap, no one thought that was gonna happen.
No.
Not a chance. But like, I'm very happy it did because this is like a lot of my childhood. And I love that. Oh my god, I'm gonna have so much echo. I just realized that that there's like several doors in my basement that are open. I'm gonna go close this right now. Oh my lord, I am the worst.
Oh, you're getting upset. Okay. Problem solved?
Rub salt. Ow.
Is it problem solved?
Problem solved. Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't exactly a problem. It's probably going to be a problem. You know what? It's fine. I don't care enough to restart the episode. We've talked about it enough already.
Restart the episode.
We're not doing. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's why I said I do not care. Okay. We are not doing that. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Do you know where you left off?
Not exactly, but you know what? We're just gonna fucking roll with it, okay?
What else do you want to bring up with Iron Man that you enjoy?
I have a lot. I have a lot of notes.
Okay, well, go ahead.
I like how whenever he launched the Jericho missiles, he like took a stumble forward of the not recoil, like the blast of air that hit him from the bomb exploding. Did you notice that? It's a little detail that I thought was pretty cool. Like whenever he held his arms up, like kind of looking like Jesus. And then the bomb shockwave hit him and he had to stumble forward a bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we love to see that. And I like how, actually, I didn't think about this until this time watching this movie, but he probably had no medicine going into that surgery, and holy shit, that would be so painful. I specifically wrote down so ow. It would be a lot of ow, I'm not gonna lie.
A lot of ow.
Big time ow. Big time rush. We love to see that. I'm still like shocked to see. This is amazing. This is an amazing movie, so it's not like shocking to see how this one like spawned the MCU, but it's crazy to see where we are today with starting off with literally 3 main characters and then going into maybe like 60 or 70 characters that we all know the names of, which is wild. I don't know, it's crazy to me because this is literally my fucking childhood. I'm seeing this shit. I remember being in a drive-through watching a movie and seeing the trailer for this movie. That's fucking crazy to me. And we're just so far down the road from whenever we started. And I feel like it's impossible to talk about the beginning without also talking about the end. And one thing that made the end of this so great was the fact that, like, it came around with the end of our high school career, if you know what I mean by that.
Yeah.
Like, we just happened to get multiple endings at the same exact time, which was kind of like, I don't know, it's not symbolic, but it just kind of means more, you know?
Yeah, because it was during like a trackable period of our lives.
Yeah, it's like it symbolizes the end of our childhood.
Kind of.
Even though I still haven't mentally grown up, I'm literally a 4-year-old. We were playing Roblox earlier.
You didn't need to say that.
Yeah, yes, I did.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good start to everything else, I think. Like if the first movie was shitty, then that would be kind of annoying.
Next movie isn't like people don't think next movie is very good. The Incredible Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I mean,
yeah.
But that's probably just nostalgia hitting me. But you know what? We'll talk about that next week, which is fine.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that.
Honestly, probably same. I thought that the only thing I'll talk about it next week. I like how they show the meeting of Jensen and Tony. Like Jensen looks at Tony and goes, "We met once, you know that." And then they show that meeting in Iron Man 3 at the beginning of it. I thought that was a little cool detail that they didn't need the show, but they did anyway. They just kind of built the story a little bit. I'm not the biggest fan of Iron Man 3, but you know what? Like, I can't deny that they actually tried in those films.
Yeah, it's like they did a great. I don't know. It was the trilogy was good. I mean, it wasn't like there was nothing I could really complain too much about. It was just Iron Man, and you can never like it's all right. They're like it's Iron Man.
No, Iron Man 1 is so fucking good. You could do so much shit with Iron Man. Look where he is now, and look where he ended up. Crazy, absolutely crazy. I love that guy. I also like how even at the beginning of him being a bad guy, like he was a dick, he still wouldn't build the missiles for those guys, even for like money or freedom or whatever. That he just was like, I don't want to. Like even with For's character development, that showed like there was some good in him to start to change. I also like the
Yeah.
line where Jensen tells him, "If you build the missiles, he'll let you go," and Tony goes, "No, he won't." And I love that scene. It's actually really good. Also, like this is a entire like Marvel movie span kind of thing, not just this movie, but Tony Stark's legacy. They mention it a lot in this movie of telling him to be like not to waste his life and to be a good man, and like that wraps all the way up in Endgame, obviously, where we see Tony
Yeah.
die and have his legacy with inside of Spider Man and his daughter and obviously Pepper and Rhodey, and we love to see that. It's just so good. I can. It sounds so stupid. I know that you don't have as much to say about these movies as I do, but this one specifically resonates with me more than almost any other film. I can watch this any day of the week, a million times a day. I something about Iron Man is just so different because of the fact that it's so nostalgic for me. And
Yeah.
I love this movie purely because of nostalgia, but like I think it's top three. Not movies
Oh
of all
yeah,
time,
it's up
top three
there.
Marvel movies. I love that
I
movie.
mean, I don't know if I would personally say I'm not a crazy Marvel guy in the first place, but like I don't know. It's
No,
the first one, and that is, enough to kind of put it up there with the ranks, but like it's just good. Just Iron Man. You can't complain.
yeah, I guess. I like the details about him counting the steps in the fucking cave. Whenever they put the bag on his head, apparently he counted the steps and what like where to turn, and that's how he like was able to escape. Like that's
Oh yeah, yeah.
I thought that was a really cool detail. I also like the line, "A man who is everything and nothing." We love to see that. And also, whenever he first crash landed, like in the desert, after first trying to fly with the suit, I think it's really cool that if you look at his shoulders, you can see burn marks from the heated metal on him, and that was like a little detail that they just didn't need to put in, but it did nothing but immerse the audience, and like it's just really cool if you're looking for it. I also just love Jeff Bridges. He has an amazing voice. He's also in Tron Legacy, which I
Yeah, he
like a lot.
does.
And you can't talk about Iron Man without talking about his cars because like he has some pretty sick ass cars.
He
Even in
has
this movie
some
from
pretty sick
2008,
cars.
those Audis were nice. I wanted them so bad looking at them.
Mm.
And obviously you can't like if we're talking about funny quotes, you can't miss over the quote "Next time, baby" by Rudy because I think that one's really funny because he just never got that because they changed the actors. I love to see that. I
It is
think it's
kind
so
of
funny.
funny now that you say it.
Exactly. He goes next time, baby, and then just never happened. Uh, he still takes claim for that movie. By the way, he goes, "It's like Robert Downey Jr.'s success is because of me."
Really?
Yeah,
Huh. Well, I mean, I get what he's trying to say, but like,
I don't,
come on.
but you know what? It's okay. I respect his
I don't.
audacity. I also love the ending fight because it just feels like a brawl. Like it literally just feels like two guys
Oh yeah.
beating the shit out of each other.
Well, that and like, the fucking um,
Ironmonger.
when he makes the one suit
Yeah.
in the cave,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
that is just impossible to miss. Like when I think of Iron Man 1, that's what I think of.
Oh yeah, big time. Whenever he's just kind of, I love, I as a kid I didn't think of like two ways about it. Like, but now watching this, I'm like, why is the first thing he thinks of to try and escape a big metal suit?
Yeah.
Like as a kid, I'm like, oh, that's logical, that happens. But like as an adult, I'm like, that's just not even close to the first thing I think of.
Yeah,
He
I
just goes
mean, I
right
don't
off the
know.
bat. He's like, I'm gonna build a literal nuclear bomb inside of my chest and have that power a big metal suit.
Yeah, it's pretty curious.
Hey, but like that's one of the things in movies that you just gotta ignore and keep going. And I'm going to continue to keep ignoring it because I like the movie so much.
Yeah.
We love to see that. And the scene where the guy comes up to Tony and shoots him in the head and it ricochets off and hits him in the head. It's so stupidly unrealistic, but we love that every minute of it.
Yeah, I mean, so is
Did you know that
every
there really wasn't a script for this movie?
really.
Yeah. Jeff Bridges said he hated filming it because he was like, we would just go into every scene and just kind of wing it, and it was very annoying.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
I wouldn't really expect that, frankly. Huh. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah. Which is again
You-
like surprising. How the fuck did this get this far with a movie that didn't even have a script?
Yeah,
That's
seriously.
crazy in my opinion.
That is wild.
All right, quote from Jeff Bridges. They had no script, man. They had an outline. We would show up for a big scene every day and we wouldn't know what we were going to say. We would have to go into our trailer and work on the scene and call up writers on the phone. Yo, you got any ideas? Meanwhile, the crew is tapping their foot on the stage waiting for us to come on.
Hmm.
I
That's
mean,
so weird.
that's so weird.
You didn't even finish the script.
I mean, it's not like they didn't finish it. They just were like, let's just not do it and then come up with it on the day.
Well, exactly. Yeah, they didn't finish it. They didn't take the outlet anywhere. They just gave it to people.
I mean, it worked.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know how by the grace of God it worked.
Yeah, to an extent.
To an extent. What do you
Clearly,
mean?
the actors weren't really with it.
Well, Tony was fine with it. Well, that's probably because he still was getting out of his drug addiction.
Oh yeah, he was definitely just taking whatever he could.
Yeah, which, I mean, what a career, man. Like
Yeah.
that's some crazy shit. I wrote a paper about him in 11th grade, 10th grade. It was 10th grade. He had a wild fucking ride. Literally coming. He started smoking weed at 11.
Yeah.
Which nowadays isn't all that crazy because kids in high school do that constantly. Well, kids in school. No. That's sad.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
gonna
sad.
get a lot crazier when it's legal.
Oh, you're right. We love to see that. But he literally ruined his life basically, and he brought it all the way back around. Not specifically for this movie, but this movie is the movie that did save him. Because like
Yeah.
he was not he fuck, what was that one movie where he played a druggie and he was like, this is the movie that made me start realizing that I did something wrong. Where he played a guy who was addicted to drugs and stuff like that, and he was having like
I
problems
don't
with
remember.
it, and he was like, this is just so realistically me that it kind of is scary. So he decided to try and stop doing the drugs after that. But this is the true movie that saved him because he was not getting anything related to film wise.
Hmm.
And he's a great actor. I love everything that he does. And it's just he deserves everything that he got right now because he was able to bring himself back from the brink of destruction. And I I don't respect people that go down a bad path, but I respect people who go down a bad path and then turn themselves around because that is
Yeah.
incredibly impressive. And he is definitely someone I would be willing to fucking count as a role model. He's incredible. I love Robert Downey Jr.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he actually is a cool dude. He's also very short, and Gwyneth Paltrow is a lot taller than him. So any scene that they were like together, he was wearing high heels.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, I think that's hilarious because Tony is like supposed to be on the taller side, but Robert Downey Jr. just isn't.
Just isn't.
He's like 5'6" or something.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's
and that's crazy to me because I'm taller than one of my heroes. Like, cause every time I would think about like meeting any of them, I would always like picture myself looking up to them because of how like high of a pedestal I've always put them on for my entire life. And then I would go and meet them, and I'd be looking down on them, and that just is incredibly weird to me.
that would be kind of weird.
Yeah, and like almost all of them are shorter than me. Like even I think Chris Evans is like the same height as me, which is weird. Like that's so weird. If I were to go meet the entire Marvel cast, I would be like dumbfounded by the the height of everyone.
That's kind of crazy.
I feel like the entirety of he's 6 foot exact. He's the exact same height as me. That's so weird. He can still kick my ass any day of the week because of his fucking ginormous ass muscles. But you know what? We're just not gonna talk about that.
We're just not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore that little detail right there. I'm excited to do this. I know that whenever we shot this idea out to you, you were like, "That's a lot of movies."
Yeah,
But
it
like,
is.
it is a lot of movies, but I
I
think it'll be enjoyable, at least on my end of things. I don't know about you.
Thanks.
Because it'll like do like me, well, not me, my brother and his friends used to do a Marvel movie marathon. I know you know about it, but I'm gonna tell it to the audience anywhere. Where we'd all just get together and then watch every Marvel movie in like chronological order without sleeping, and it would go for days, and it was just so fun. And this is like a homage to that because everyone stopped it because they said it was quote unquote bad for your health.
It was.
It was so bad for your health. Oh my god, my brother got pneumonia after it because of it.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, he got taken out for literally like 2 months because of the fact that he didn't sleep for 3 days. That was crazy.
Oh my god. And you just had horrible practices for anyone who would fall asleep.
Oh yeah, that was fun. I
Yeah.
fell asleep during the fucking airport scene in Civil War, which I'm very disappointed in myself for. But also, Talia woke me up by spraying me in the face with water, and then I had to go down to my garage and shotgun a Mountain Dew while someone poured ice water over my head.
That'd wake you up.
Yeah, yeah. It was fun. I miss doing that. I want to do it again, but everyone's like all poo-pooing it, and that makes me sad. One of my friends wants to do a Star Wars movie marathon, and I told that to Austin, and Austin goes, "That's such a legitimately horrible idea." And I said, "Why?" And he goes, "The thing with Marvel movies is that out of like the 27 movies, there's 3 that are bad. Out of the Star Wars movies, which there are 11 of, 3 are good." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, you're right, but you know what? It's okay."
I don't have a problem with, honestly, I'd probably rather do Star Wars.
Because it's
Simply because
shorter.
it's less movies, and I don't really have like a big beef with any of them.
The only
Like,
one I have a problem with is I probably Attack of the Clones,
I
episode
don't
2.
really remember which
That
ones are
one's
which
really
either.
bad. The one where it's like a love story between Anakin and Padme, because their
Oh,
love just doesn't make sense, and I don't understand how he gets her to fall in love with him by talking about how sand is annoying.
it's an interesting beef to have with it.
I know. Well, I mean, it's just weird. Well, one, the movie's just bad in general. Like, it's really, excuse me, it's really boring. Can't believe I just burped. God damn it.
Or is that, yeah, it's just boring.
Yeah, it's just boring. I didn't like it. Worst Star Wars movie. No, actually, I don't like Rogue One a lot. I really don't like Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One was
It just kind of was a
probably the
nothing
most
movie until the
problematic
very
favorite
end.
one.
Like that Darth Vader scene is the only good part about that movie.
Yeah, that was good though.
Yeah, people will defend that to their fucking grave though. They think it's like a godsend, but I will fucking also defend that to my grave because it's just not a good movie. The last 30 minutes of it is a good movie, but the entire build up to that is not.
Hot take.
Hot take, whatever. No one's watching this shit anyway. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Sure.
Within reason, just in case. You never know.
Mm.
Yeah. So what you watching this week?
Oh, what did I watch this week? Yesterday I watched all of the Berserk movies with Ellie. That was a trip. Now she's like going over. She was like, now I have to watch all the theory videos and try and figure it out. It's like, yeah.
Personally, I'm just gonna read the manga and figure it out myself.
That is the best way to do it.
Yeah,
Watching the
that's what I've
movie
heard.
is like, they're like all right, but like it's to get the best experience, you have to read it.
Yeah, I feel that with Tokyo Ghoul. Everyone likes the show, but like I was watching some of the scenes that I thought were cool in that manga. Like whenever I read manga, I I see a scene, I'm like, oh, that's sick. I want to see if that's animated. But then like I I go to watch it in the anime, and it's always worse. And I don't know how they do that, but like, it's weird. Like,
Yeah.
um, there's just scenes in Tokyo Ghoul that like didn't happen at all. Like they just need to remake the entire show, but like following the manga because there's so much shit that's like, why did they do that? you know, they skipped like an entire like 7 chapters of the, not chapters 7 volumes of the fucking manga from season 2 to season 3, which is
Oh,
just
really?
weird. I like, what the hell were they doing?
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying.
Yeah. So like,
I never read it. I did watch the first thing though.
you probably should read it. It's really good. I would recommend it heavily. I have the first 10 volumes. If you want to borrow.
Maybe. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff to read.
Yeah. And you're just probably going to start it and then not continue it anyway.
I'm doing The Promised Neverland. I'm about halfway with that.
I'm interested with that.
I'm not watching it. I'm reading it.
Oh, why?
Because I don't know. Get something to read.
No, I understand that. I just was like, I don't know. Because the season 2 of that is coming out soon. I thought that you were going to be like, oh, yeah,
really?
I'm going to watch season 1 to catch up. I heard it's good. Don't tell anything about it. I would like to go in blind. Fuck,
Yeah.
what did I start recently? Oh, did I talk about Mob Psycho last time?
I think a little bit.
That show is fucking so good. That is a criminally underrated show, in my opinion. Like, of the new gen anime, people talk about Demon Slayer a lot, but like, this is way better than Demon Slayer, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mob Psycho is fucking really good. Reigen Arataka is one of my favorite anime characters of all time. I fucking love that guy. So fucking funny.
I still need to watch a little bit more of that.
Just watch the entirety of it. It's so fucking funny. Also, it's like the animation is really bad good, and I like that a lot. Makes me happy.
It's the first episode was just a lot.
Yeah, they really threw a ton of stuff at you. Because like, I wasn't expecting it to be about like spirits. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a show about like Dragon Ball, but instead of ki, they have like psychic stuff fight each other. But then I was like, well, look at that. I didn't expect there to be ghosts here.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I don't know. I really like it. I would heavily recommend watching it.
Yeah, I think it's good.
You watched 1 episode. You have no opinion.
Oh yeah, but the opening was kick-ass.
Oh, the opening was kick-ass. That scene where he just kind of like beating the shit out of a bunch of monsters. Love to see that.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
See, like that's one of the times in which I imagine like if you're high on LSD, that would be crazy.
Yeah, I guess.
You go back in time to the 80s and then show someone, like anyone, because everyone in the 80s has high on LSD, just show them that scene and they just fucking freak out. I mean, I feel like if you just showed them any kind of scene from any movie, they'd freak out because they'd be like, "Holy fuck, what the hell kind of technology is this?" This is a bad example. This is a bad joke. I don't know why. I hate myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a curious place you took this.
I might have COVID. I forgot to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because my brother's friend had COVID and he came over to my house and then found out he had COVID and now we're quarantining until we figure it out.
Yep. Yikes.
Yeah, it's fun stuff.
I wonder. It's so weird how it spreads. Sometimes it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it's you're right next to the person, you don't get it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're, I don't know, way far away, and there's no way you could have got it, and you get it. So
yeah,
who knows?
Well, in that case, you probably got it from someone else.
Yeah, it's just so weird.
Well, I don't feel sick. My brother doesn't feel sick. My mom doesn't feel sick. And the likelihood of all 3 of us being carriers is very fucking low. But like, we thought better safe than sorry, so we quarantined ourselves and went to go get a test and stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
I know I'm not gonna die from it, but I know there's some people out there who could die from it. So I'd rather not be that dick that just goes and spreads it to everyone. Like,
yeah.
I told my job that I couldn't come in because I was like, I don't want to shut you guys down, and like,
yeah, right. That's smart.
And I don't understand why people feel that it necessary to try and ruin other people's lives because their life wouldn't be ruined by this, i.e. our fucking graduation. We love to see that. Fun story. Me and Jack went to the same high school, and at our graduation, a kid showed up with COVID, and that's it.
Oh yeah,
that's it. That is the end of the story. Our graduation was canceled because The kid literally showed up to graduation practice without a mask on with COVID. And God, people are just so stupid. Like, why would you do that?
I just don't.
Because, like, he just didn't need to show up. Because, like, people who are. I feel like he would just take the opportunity to be like, I don't have to wake up early for this. I feel like he had to have deliberately woken up early to just go ruin a bunch of people's lives.
Yeah, like he just did it.
Well, because like Corey didn't even go, and he doesn't even have COVID. No repercussions happened to him, so this guy literally did not need to show up.
Yeah, so weird.
They're so stupid.
I just don't get it.
I don't get it either, but it's whatever. That's just kind of how life is. All right. Well, you ready to wrap this shit up?
Yeah. I can't think of anything else that I watch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I watched a show called Noragami. I'm almost done with a show called Noragami. It's pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's like crazy shit, but it's decent.
Yeah, but it's all right.
Yeah. All right. Well, everyone have a great day. We'll see you next week with the Incredible Hulk. Adios.
Yes. So yeah, stay safe.